Hey everybody, welcome to another Quicksave Review with me, RC. A Quicksave Review is basically a Let's Play mixed with a review for a game I'm currently playing, and I'm currently playing Art of Rally on Steam. Now, Art of Rally is a rally game where you play as a car, but as this car, it's over the top. You know, you're not getting the normal like cockpit view or just over the car view. You got this over the top view of the car as you race, which actually works pretty good, I gotta say. So Art of Rally is a rally racing game with a very unique camera angle, which is kind of cool. But you get all the things you would normally get from a rally racing game. You can see this car here. I actually just unlocked this from playing through a Grand Prix or campaign piece of the game. We're currently in free roam mode, where you can go around and just drive to your heart's content, explore, which I think is the coolest mode in the game, to be honest, because they give you stuff to find. They give you stuff like, I don't know if they show it in the menu here, but you can see the map at least. So you're looking to spell the word rally. You got to collect the letters. So far in this world, I have collect R and Y. I got to find an ALL. Got to spell all. Woo, there we go, right into a tree. There's also little picturesque camera icons, kind of sort of like Forza. If you guys have played Forza before, you know you could always go up to like landmark areas, take a picture, and gain XP. This kind of adds that same kind of thing here. Though, don't be fooled, there is no real XP progress bar or anything like that in the game. You are just racing for the fun of it and unlocking cars. That is your real progress here. Like I did with this car here. Let's see if we can get a real jump there. There we go. That was pretty good. And so far, that has been one of my favorite things to do in free roam mode. Finding the stuff is fun, but finding big jumps is even more fun. So yeah, that's what you could do here. We're going to jump back out to the menu. This is one of the things, though, about the game. The game just came out on Steam. One of the things about the game is that this is really cool. It's actually $25 on Steam. But the presentation at times feels very indie, for lack of a better word. It feels like from the menu feels very much like they didn't put much effort into the menu. It's like a lot of lowercase words. There's not much flash to it. They just throw a map up on the screen in a box. It feels very much like the programmers just kind of put all this stuff together. The menu for Art of Rally here at the very beginning too. Like there's no flair. There's a few pictures, which is nice, but like, you know, this could have been something that's a little bit cooler, you know what I mean? So that was free roam mode that we were just in. As you can see, we found, there's actually some other stuff we haven't found. There's apparently a van you could find. There's cassettes you could find. We found two of the photos, photo spots, and two of the letters, as I mentioned. I have not unlocked any more, but there's more free roaming areas that you can unlock to find stuff, which is pretty cool. But the crop, I guess the cream of the game, the crop of the game, cream of the crop, is career mode here. Career mode, I have done part of Group 2 so far. We are about to move on to the 1968 part of Rally. So, in the game, they're going through the years of Rally, which I think is kind of cool. I don't know if this is supposed to be really tongue-in-cheek and kind of comedic. It seems like it to me. I don't know that it's actually following the real development of rally racing over the years. Because as it starts, as you get in, you pick your first car and everything. It's really funny. This deity statue shows up and explains to you what rally racing is and where it came from and all that stuff, and then it just disappears into the ground. So the game has a sense of humor to it. When you win a race, a bunch of children cheer. It's very interesting, but I kind of like it. The gameplay itself is actually a lot of fun. I won my last race with this one. Let's try a completely different car. So far, I only have these cars to pick from. You start with this one and this one. You can pick from those two. I just unlocked this one. Let's start with that one. And let's jump in. Okay, so this first one's going to be quite a much longer race. This is 6 miles long. The longest one I did before was 2.5. So let's see how this goes. Let's give it a go. I don't know that I could even say that. Montechico? Always terrible at pronouncing things. Always have been. Always will be. So here they give you the total, vignette thing where they go to different areas of the map and kind of show it off, which is cool. But at any point, we're going to jump in and begin the stage. Again, see the way the menu's presented? It's just very, in my opinion, very programmer, very amateur. It feels like they didn't quite finish the menu yet, which is surprising to me considering the game is now out. All right, here we go. So I have not raced with this car yet. I only did a little bit of free roam with it. Let's see how good we can actually do. Now, as with all rally games, I am a fan of the Dirt series, Dirt and Dirt Rally. You know, driving in a rally game, like an honest-to-God rally game where they're trying to, you know, keep the physics somewhat true to life, it's a lot harder than arcade racing, you know? You gotta, keep your wits about you and not go into things too hard. Oof. Okay, I had not had to reset before. That gave me a 5-second penalty, and I had to restart my momentum here, so I may not be doing too well in this race, but we'll see what happens. And that's what happens when you start with a new car, right? You gotta get used to it, the way it works. This car actually has a lot more speed to it. It's a little bit more wily on the steering as well. But for an over-the-top racer game, I was actually shocked at how well they did to make the drifting and everything feel pretty true to life. Like when you lose control of your car, it feels like you're losing control of your car. But again, there's certain presentation things with this game that I feel like would have really benefited. Like you could see your speed and your gear in the bottom center. Would have been nicer if that was like a little bit easier to see somewhere. I don't know, even if it's like toward the middle, because you're going to be looking at your car and everything most of the time. I don't know that your speed and everything is super important to look at, but it would be nice to be able to see that a little bit more. Your time as well in the top right corner. You're going to be like darting your eyes over a bit just to see where you're at and standing at. Whoa, look at that jump. I do appreciate, though, that on the left side they did put a progress bar. So as it climbs up, that is how close you are getting to the exit, or the finish line, we should say. I also really, really like the look of this game. It's got, you know, a very flat, polygonal style look to it, which I dig. Because it is supposed to be, like, you actually don't play as a driver, and I don't know if you could see those people as we were driving by them. You can look at them now here. They're just rectangles with little square heads. So things are very low poly and very ambiguous, which is cool. It fits. It fits the look. Kind of reminds me of that downhill mountain biking game that came out last year. What was the name of it? It was called Downhill something. But it very much reminds me of that. It's got the same sort of art style to it, and the same kind of like, hey, let's take the camera and completely turn it around and do something different with it instead of doing the whole like behind the back thing, you know? That was also a very good game if you haven't checked that one out. I did a video for it. I recommend it. Great game. Whoa! This game in particular, I think, is going to be for rally fans who are looking for something a little bit different. If you were missing racing games from the Super Nintendo era, you know, like those off-road racers, you know, where you see the cars from over the top, or rock and roll racing or something like that. If you're missing games like that where the cars had a different Micro Machines, you know, stuff like that, where the camera was in a different place over the top of the car, I think that this is going to appeal to you. I actually find it kind of relaxing, to be honest. Like, you get this nice big view of the landscape, and even though you're going for a good time, you're not really racing against anybody. You're kind of just racing against yourself, and oh no! Oh, crapola. That was not a good drift into that. But we hit the ending. How do we do? Righto! But I find it kind of relaxing, the few races that I've done here. Stage results 2, rally results 2. I'm assuming that means I'm in second place, but let's hit continue. So now we're moving into a 2.5 mile race here. Yeah, so while the game feels good, looks good, and everything like that, my biggest complaint is just with the menus and the presentation. I just feel like it could have been done a little bit more professionally looking, a little bit more professional looking, because these menus really, like this, you know, off-white eggshell box with text in it, doesn't really get me into the mood for rally racing, I gotta be honest. Yeah, it doesn't need to be as complex as like a Forza menu or a Dirt Rally or Dirt menu, but something a little bit more exciting, I think, is definitely, you know, called for, I think, when it comes to a racing game. When you think racing, you want people to think like, yeah, action, fast, you know, taking tight corners, that kind of thing. And that menu to me just kind of says like, here's a menu. Like, that's what it looks like. I guess because games have menus, here's a menu. So it gets the job done, but that is about it. It is a low barrier to entry for a menu. Anyway, enough about the menu, as the rest of the game is actually pretty cool. You could tell that there are a lot of cars to unlock. There are a lot of tracks to race on. Seems like there's going to be a lot of content. So for a $25 game, I know some people out there might be thinking $25 seems expensive for what you're getting here, but you know, it's like anything else. If you get to a game like this where you really like the perspective of the camera with the car, and you really like the feeling of the racing, and you really like the game loop of like playing through the races, trying to unlock other cars. Woo! I fell right off the track. Then you know that it's more going to appeal to you at that point, right? I know I can tell. You know, I feel like there's going to be some people watching this going like, yeah, okay, whatever. But as I said at the beginning, or more towards the beginning of this video, I feel like this is going to appeal to a very particular person, like someone who enjoys rally and old school racing games from the past. Me being one of those guys who grew up during the arcade days of racing where everything wasn't in cockpit view, and played on Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, I find this to be kind of a really cool throwback style game. I dig it. Here's the ending. 202. Let's see what we got. What did we get? Stage results 3, rally results 2. So I overall got second place, it looks like. Yep, there I am. Second place. Stage wins 0, but restarts left 100%. Didn't use any restarts. I don't know if they give you achievements for that or not. Those of you who are interested, the game does feature achievements, though. So if you're looking to get some achievements through racing... There's the kids cheering, by the way. And there's our new car. A new class for Germany's streets, defined by its handling characteristics, a reliable, powerful engine. So they give you some backstory on all this stuff too, which is kind of cool. But again, because of how silly it's presented, I don't know that they're being serious with it. Oh, we got another bonus livery for our first car. That's cool. So here we go. You can see our progress here. 1968, normal. We did not actually win that one, but we did unlock cars, so that's good. And now we could jump into 1969 if we want. However, we're going to jump back out. Excuse me. As you can see, though, Group 2 has 5 different groups to race through, and then you have Group 3, Group 4, Group B, Group S, Group A. So there's a lot of content to race through in this. And then, of course, you have Time Attack, which obviously I'm sure is what it sounds like. You pick a race, you do a time attack. Race against the clock. You could do a custom rally too. You could set it up with whatever you want, you know. Again, though, that's where the menus really don't shine here, I gotta be honest. They also have something else in here called online events. Now, if you're familiar with roguelikes, you might actually understand what this is already right off the bat. You have a daily event and a weekly event. I did not do it yet because I wanted to save it for the video here. But let's begin. So it looks like we're in Norway in the snow. And does it pick the car for you? Strandstad, R, stage 1-1. Let's jump in. Oh, okay, it's at night in the snow with they pick the car for you. I can't believe these people are out in the snow, like, really wanting to watch this rally race. You guys are crazy. I'd be in my hotel room, like, drinking hot cocoa. Oh, no! That might be one of my other pet peeves with this game, too, is that, like, they don't let you choose when you restart your car sometimes. You can see I was not veering off too far, but the game just decided, like, hey, we're going to restart you here. So you got to really try to stay on the road as best as you can, because if you veer off just a little bit too far, the game is going to decide for you whether you're going to restart or not. That might be another pet peeve of mine with the game. Other than that, that and the menus, as I've already mentioned, are the big things. Because other than that, I think it's a real cool little game. And quite honestly, the restart thing, it's probably just because I'm racing terribly. I'm still getting a feel for the game. Especially driving in the snow with this completely different car. I haven't raced with this one before, and I haven't raced in the snow in this game yet. I don't know if the snow actually adds a different layer or feeling to the driving itself, or if everything I'm feeling right here is just from the car and the snow is just a setting. But either way, it's a first in both ways. Oh, no! No, no. That's going to be a restart. This is not going to be a good daily for me, but we're going to see it through. Taking those turns. Just slow down here. Whoa! Watch out, people. I love that those people get out of the way no matter what. No matter where they go. They may run right in front of your car, but they still somehow survive. Okay, oh man, almost a wipeout there. We're getting close to the end here. Speed it! Woo, there it is, 221. Got a couple achievements for that one. We continue, and there you go. That is our online event. I want to see what it says for the daily event once you get here. So on the leaderboard, I'm 333. So not great, but I've seen worse as well. But there you go, guys. That is Art of Rally on Steam as of right now. I believe, like I said, it is $25, but I believe there is a discount on the game during the first week, like there are for many Steam games. Let's take a look here. It is currently at $22.49, so 10% off. Like I said, if this looks cool to you, I recommend checking it out because I think it's really cool. As a rally fan and an old school racing fan myself from the 90s, this is a game that definitely hits a certain spot for me. And I feel like this is going to be a very particular spot to hit for other gamers too, and very particular gamers. So hopefully this looks cool to you. If not, you know, no big deal, but I hope it does. I hope this helped influence a buying decision for you. If you know, this looks cool to you, definitely check it out. I recommend it. It's pretty fun. But guys, I just want to say thank you for watching, and of course, I'll see you all next time.